Hey there, you filthy animals. Mr. Dirty back in another episode of the GTM show, and today we've got pizza on the show, and this time it's from a pizza place we have not had on the show before. Those of you that are watching this show that are from the southwest of the United States, you probably already know this company. This is Peter Piper Pizza, and they've crept their way over here to the southeast. Even if you're not familiar with Peter Piper Pizza, you might be familiar with the parent company, CEC Entertainment. They're the ones that own Chuck E. Cheese. Playing forward to modern day, though, here Peter Piper Pizza is, like I say, just crept down to South Florida. This is the first location that we have in Florida, as a matter of fact, because they're telling us there's another one planned for Miami. But just like a Chuck E. Cheese, you know, you go in, it does have the dining room with the booths and the tables, and you order your pizza and everything there. Then there's a separate middle room that has like the big bench style, like saloon style. You've seen a lot of barbecue pit places, a lot of bench style seating. It pretty much looks like a Chuck E. Cheese without the stage and the animals. And then right next to that, they've got a game room. A lot of arcade games, a lot of fair-type games, stuff that spits out tickets, and they have like a little place where you can get prizes for those tickets. So it's basically like a Chuck E. Cheese without the animatronics. A lot of specialty pizzas on the menu. Chicago Classic, California Veggie, New York 3 Cheese with Pepperoni. This is the one that we're going to be trying out today. Then they have the Works, the 5-Meat Supreme, the Chicken Alfredo, and also a limited edition. I also saw a spicy pepperoni pizza on the menu. They had like a mango habanero sauce. Also noticed that they had a lunch buffet for the pizza bar there. For kids, it was $4.99. Probably runs like Monday through Friday. And for adults, it was like $6.99, $7.99, something like that for adults. Anyway, on to the pizza that we're going to be checking out today. As I said, this was the New York 3 Cheese with Pepperoni. They're describing this as mozzarella, cheddar, and provolone topped with pepperoni and classic spices. These pizzas do come in 3 different kinds of crust. They've got original, pan, and ultra thin. We went with the original. It also comes in like 3 different sizes. 2 of those sizes being large and extra large. We went with the extra large. So we're going to have to measure this and see what we get, because the extra large pizza with tax was running really close to $20. It was only like a few cents off from hitting 20. Right, just a side note, I have already seen this pizza. They showed it to me when it came out of the oven, so I already know it looks really good to me. So I'll let you guys form your opinion now. You ready for this? This is the New York 3 Cheese and Pepperoni Pizza from Peter Piper Pizza. Ha. All right, bam, there you go. And wow, yeah, it's still got the little plastic picnic table going on there, and yeah, looking pretty good. Look at all those pepperonis. They didn't pucker up. They didn't become like little grease pockets or anything like that, but there's definitely a decent coating, I would say, going on there. You see this is a well-done pizza. See our cheese nice and melted across, a little browning going on. And our crust, I can already tell just like looking at this, like the thin crust might have been a little bit too thin. You guys know I like a thin crust. I like it to be, you know, not very doughy. At least I don't like it to be mostly dough. But I also don't want it to be, you know, shatter. I don't want it to be like that kind. It just shatters and crumbles and falls to pieces. I like it to have like a little bit of a crispy skin on it and a nice pillowy dough underneath, but not too much. This one looking pretty damn good. Looking almost perfect to me. All right. They did mention spices in the description there, and I do see that going across. And they've chopped this up. They really expect you to share this pizza. Extra large pizza here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have chopped this up into 12 pieces. All right, let's measure it and see what we get for our extra large. And it is topping off at 17 inches, 17-inch large pizza. All right, and there's an up-close shot of a slice right there. You can see, yeah, it does still have that nice flop that we're looking for. Not very doughy. We can see how much cheese and stuff we get on the profile shot there. Look at those pepperonis and all that cheese. Yeah, looking pretty good. And yeah, the ass on this pizza, pretty thin. Not too big. This is exactly how I like it. I don't like when it's like a big wedge out here. Smells great. I like the fact also that there's 3 cheeses on here, and 2 of those are provolone and cheddar. A lot of times when I order from other places that do offer cheddar, I have that added to the mozzarella and provolone. It's always nice to have like a nice dank cheese on there, right? Down the hatch with our pepperoni pizza from Peter Piper. All right, that's pretty good. Definitely a well-done pizza. Even the cheese and the dough at this point does have a little bit of a rip, but it's not, like I say, it's not crunchy, not crispy at all. Still pretty doughy. First flavor I got hit with was the sauce, and there's a lot more of that than I expected. It looked like it was going to be more cheese than sauce, but not so. It's pretty 50-50, actually. Now, the pizza sauce itself definitely has that nice tomato flavor to it. A little bit of a sweetness, not too much. This one's kind of shying a little bit more towards the acidic kind of side of things when it comes to tomato sauces and pizza sauces. Still herby. But yeah, it's got a little bit of a bite, a little bit of a sting to the sauce. The pepperoni seemed to be like a nice blend of meats going on there. A little bit of a zest, a little bit of a spice on the pepperonis, a little bit of a crisping around the edges of them. I say it didn't curl up all the way and make a bucket, but we can see it was starting to happen. If it would have gone in there any longer, they might have puckered up a little bit, but it would have burnt the rest of the pizza. So they had to stop where they're at. They know what they're doing. So for this style of pizza and the temperatures that we're dealing with, this is perfect. Just cinched up enough to form like a little lid around the edge without it becoming a bucket. As for the cheese, like I said, we got mozzarella, cheddar, and provolone going on. So yeah, it definitely has a little bit of a stink on it. A little bit of a snap, a little bit of a stretch, not much. Maybe hot and fresh right there at the restaurant. It might have had like a lot of elasticity to it, but it traveled. I'm not going to lie. This thing did have a little bit of a travel time. It did take us about 15-20 minutes to get back here to the studio from Peter Piper Pizza. I'd say no more than a travel than a delivery driver would have made. So yeah, still on point. I think $20. I think the price tag on this now, $20. I think that's a bit overreaching. This is a damn good pizza, but $20 is like, the creme de la creme of pizzas, and this just isn't it. Now, it's still a damn good pizza, but this is more like a $17 good pizza. Maybe it's just me, but I don't expect to be paying $20 for a commercial-grade pizza. I can understand where Peter Piper Pizza is coming from with this, because, like I said, it's got the arcade in there, they're doing birthday parties, they got parents that'll pay anything at the point just to make the kids happy. But when you break it down and you just look at pizzeria places, $20 pizzas, this is the reason why Sbarro's isn't selling whole pizzas over the counter. They're just selling their shit by the slice. I think rarely is somebody that doesn't have a YouTube show and doesn't have a little show and tell dog and pony show going on here is going to walk in and shell out $20 for this pizza on a regular basis. Especially when there's a Little Caesars right across the street. Not to mention a CC's about 2 blocks away. So yeah, at that point in time, the lunch buffet starts to look pretty damn good. So to be honest with you, the only real hang-up I have with this pizza here is that price point. I think it's just a little bit high for like an everyday pizza. That's more like event pricing. So for the Peter Piper Pizza, the New York 3 cheese with pepperoni, I'm going to give this a solid 4 out of 5. Alright, so once again, there you have it, the New York 3 cheese pepperoni pizza from Peter Piper Pizza. Go out and give it a try if you have one near you. If you have one near you and you've had this pizza before, let me know what you think down in the comment section. Also, let me know how you feel about that price point. Is that fair or not fair? Alright, I'm Mr. Dirty, it's the GTM show. Don't forget you can buy Knucklehead shirts and hoodies down in the description. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at TheRealMrDirty. As always, get out of here. Go have a rotten day.